In the third grade, Mrs. Janovic had all of us students push our desks against the wall. She divided us into 3 groups and had us sit in circles on the floor. To circle number 3, she handed a deck of cards that had pictures on it of what you would call commodities. There's wheat and rice and textiles and grains uh, and each of these cards had a little point value at the bottom. The picture of whatever it was. And to the circle number 2, she gave a deck of cards that had pictures like furniture and household appliances, and bicycles, and some toys. And to circle number 1, she handed a deck of cards that contained pictures of things like yachts and automobiles and mansions and airplanes and things of that sort. And I don't remember the exact rules. I really wish I did. But the way it worked was whatever circle you were assigned to, on your turn, after being dealt a few of these cards, you would play the cards against the other members in the circle in such a way that you might collect a few cards back. And when you had collected a few of these cards and taken them from the other people, if you added up the point value, and the point value was high enough, you could buy your way into the next circle. Now, I remember I must have been in good form that day because I remember all at once grasping the dynamic of the game, right? I'm a computer guy, so even in the third grade, I was kind of grasping patterns and systems, right? So I remember realizing how the dynamic of the game would probably evolve. And I realized that there was a way for everybody in my group, group 3, with the textiles and grains, that we could all buy our way up to group 2 if we played by a certain kind of cooperative rule, right? Which was, it would require everybody in the group to lay their cards down on the floor face up. And we would each take turns basically cooperating in such a way that we would buy a ticket up to the next group for one of the members in our circle. And if we did it in the right way and we cooperated, there would be enough surplus points left over so that the last person also would have enough points to buy up into the next group, and the whole circle could evolve up. And then I said, if we get to group 2, then we'll teach them the rules, and then by the end of the class, I'll bet everybody will be in group 1. That would be like a very cool thing to see if we could make that happen. So I implored my classmates to play it out that way, and I think you can guess how that went, right? Because I said, okay, they're not going to believe me. I understood that even in the third grade. So in a gesture of faith, I laid my cards down, and I told my classmates exactly how they should lay their cards down in order to let someone else, not even me, be the first one to buy out of the group. And I mean, we're talking about, third graders. So you know what happened. I got taken for a ride. And like I'm losing some commodities. And I'm thinking, okay, it was just one turn. They don't trust me yet. I'm going to do it again. I lay my cards down again. I said, now look, I was honest last time. I'm being honest this time. Play your hand out this way. We can still all work together to get up into the next group. And of course, I got taken for a ride. And eventually, some people were buying their way up into group 2, taking those points and commodities with them. So it was getting harder and harder for the people in the third group to, work their way out of it. And, by the end of class, almost the entire class was in group 1. And there were about 4 or 5 people that were trapped in group 2, and there was one person left in group 3 with maybe 2 cards in his hand, hardly enough to buy his way out. And I think we know who that person was, right? If in the future anyone ever asks, who was Jim Everson? I think that's the only story that needs to be told. This is Depot Dad, and I'll be back with another story soon. See ya.